Friday at the Cheltenham Festival, the last day, a high quality day with the Gold Cup the highlight, but we start off at 120 with the JCB Triumph Hurdle, 2 mile grade 1, class 1, 4-year-olds only. Over £52,000 on offer to the winner. It's got a very high quality feel to it this year with Quicksillos, Zanahiyr and the one I prefer, Tritonic, all extremely useful juvenile hurdles. Now Tritonic has come into prominence for this race late. He only started off over hurdles on the 23rd of January at Ascot when hammered in the market, reeling in Casalupi there, who was ridden with loads of enterprise, showing a smart turn of foot under a confident ride from Heskin, and he was very impressive in the Adonis at Kempton at the end of February on good ground, which really suited him. He sprinted clear when shaken up. Visually, it was terrifically impressive, and on the clock, it was a really good time. He was rated 99 on the flat. There's loads more improvement to come, and I think this stiff uphill finish will suit him. He's much preferred to Zanahiyr, who's created a deep impression in winning 3 from 3 on soft ground in Ireland, starting off over 2 mile 2 at Ballinrobe, then winning at Fairyhouse from St Sam, where he marked himself a really smart performer, coming home by 14 lengths there, and at Leopardstown over Christmas on Boxing Day he won the grade 2 there in some style, back down to 2-1 on favourite under Jack Kennedy and sprinting clear to beat Bustleton. They did finish in something of a heap there. Whether he'll be able to reproduce that form on much better ground here has to be open to question, and I much prefer Tritonic at the prices. The next race, the 155, the McCoy Contractors County Hurdle, Bet365 go 8-1 the field here. My nap of the entire meeting runs, third time lucky of Dan Skelton. I'm extremely strong on his chances. This one won 2 bumpers, 3 from 5 over hurdles so far. You can put his latest defeat at Musselburgh in a warm novice hurdle up there, down to the really bad ground conditions. He didn't settle and didn't get home as a result. His previous form is rock solid. He's got Cheltenham experience in the book. He ran a screamer against 4 Pleasure here in a grade 2 in November when the winner stole 30 lengths and was miles clear, and third time lucky used himself up getting there. I really like the fact that he ran well in the champion bumper at this meeting last year in 4th of 23 behind Fernie Hollow. He's been put away fresh for this, good grounds, come absolutely right. I think he'll have too much speed for a clutch of Irish contenders, and he's a very confident recommendation. The 220, the Albert Bartlett, a grade 1, really wide open look to this year. 9-2 the field with Bet365. Stattler is the current favourite, but I think there's more value in the 13-2 chance Fakiera, who's completely unexposed, granted a stiffer test of stamina. Now this one has been improving run to run so far, 2 from 7 over hurdles, winning at Fairyhouse after 227 days off in November, following up in a Navan grade 3 where he showed a terrific attitude, then beaten by Ashdale Bob, no disgrace in that. Last time out the cheekpiece went on up to 2 mile 6 at Leopardstown. They rode him with an eye on the future. I thought he was dropped out well out the back and stayed on strongly. This extra couple of furlongs will definitely suit him. He's open to loads more improvement, and I think he's overpriced at around the 13-2 mark. The 305, the feature race of the entire 4 days at the Cheltenham Festival, the Weld Child Cheltenham Gold Cup, 3 mile 2 grade 1, £263,000 on offer to the winner. A brilliant field, history in the making with Boum Photo. He can win, he sets the standard. He's been trained for this race. He didn't particularly impress me when winning at Tremor in his return. I just wonder on goodish ground whether he might be short of a little bit of pace. Champ, I'm not sure he'll stay. He had a lot of problems this season getting him on the track. He's only had 1 run and he was gunned from the tape over 2 miles at Newbury. I'm not sure that's going to be the ideal prep for one who can be free. He jumps left. I don't think he'll get home up the hill. I've liked A+ Tard for some time for this race. He's trained by a genius in de Bromhead. He's 4 from 10 over fences. He's had a light campaign this season. He was an absolutely desperately unlucky loser of the Ryanair chase behind Min last season. He's returned better than ever, touched off at Navan over an inadequate 2 miles, and then winning the Savills Chase at Leopardstown over Christmas. I really like that run. He beat Kemboy by half a length. A few things went wrong for him, but it was a brutally strong run race and he showed a terrific attitude. 3 mile 2 is definitely going to suit him. He's 6-1, decent ground, come right, and I'm really confident he'll go very close. After the Lord Mayor's show, The 340, the Hunter Chase on the card, a race for small stakes for me. I do think that Billaway, who was a expensive failure last season in this race, could be the one to side with. His old rival who beat him last year, 66-1, it came to pass, who got a brilliant front running ride that day, is also respected. He's 9-1 with Bet365. But this is an interesting race because obviously professional jockeys taking over from the usual amateurs, so they might not be quite the thrills and spills they usually is. But a watching brief for me. The 4:15, the Mrs. Paddy Power Mare's Chase, 2 mile, 4 furlong, 127 yards. Grade 2 for mares only, Class 1, 5-year-olds and up, was just over £50,000 on offer to the winner. The field size, bit depleted with Annie MC, a late withdrawal on Monday morning. Found to be lame, that one. The two I like here, the front two in the market, Elime and Cool Rivy. Now, Elime is a really exciting prospect. Trained by Willie Mullins, 3 from 4 over fences so far. She's a very sound jumper. She's shaped very well when second behind Allaho at Thurles on the 27th of January. And then a couple of weeks later, in a listed contest at Naas, back at 2 miles, she landed the odds 15-8 on there to thump Shattered Love by 5.5 lengths under a confident ride. A return to this kind of trip will definitely suit. She's got one bit of Cheltenham experience. She finished 6th behind Roxana in the 2019 Mares Hurdle, so I don't think these undulations will hold any terrors. Eased, decent ground should suit her ideally, and there's loads more improvement in the tank. The main danger likely to come from her stablemate, Cool Ravy. The market will be interesting here. Willie Mullins with the front two in the betting. This one, just a 1 from 4 over hurdles, but she was a 3-time bumper winner. She's taken to chasing like a duck to water. 3 from 3 this Winchester. Punched down Limerick and Thurles on the 27th of January in a Grade 2 last time, coming home by 12 lengths from Mount Ida, having been back down to 5-4 on. I think that Ellie May has achieved more and has a bit more potential, but there's no doubt that Cool Ravy looks the main danger on form. The 450, the Martin Pipe Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle, 2 mile, 4 furlong, 56 yard, a Class 2, 4-year-olds and up, was just over £32,000 on offer to the winner. The two I like against the field are Gabi Nacco and Gentleman Demi. Now, Gabi Nacco is trained by a very shrewd man in Gavin Cromwell. He's run 6 times over hurdles, winning once. He's got placed form behind Bob Ollinger at Naas in January that I think makes him extremely well handicapped off this kind of mark. If you watch his run back at Leopardstown on his handicap debut in the red-hot Ladbrokes Hurdle over 2 miles, he was dropped right out there and never got warm, seeing little daylight, turning for home, keeping on one pace late. I thought it was an extremely eye-catching run in a very hot handicap one by Drop the Anchor, and I think this 4 furlong extra trip will definitely suit him. He's already proven his stamina at Navan and Naas previously, and his effort back at Fairyhouse on the 3rd of November when touched off by Facchieri, very strong form. Basically, I think he's a young horse, completely unexposed, and a double figure price is extremely fair. The danger for me, Gentleman Demi, who has been hammered in the market. He's halved in price in the last week, trained by Willie Mullins for JP McManus. He's completely unexposed. He was second for Macaire on his only run at Compiègne in France back in November 2019. He returned from 460 days off. He was back down to 7-2 on in a huge field at Naas. 18 runner maiden hurdle. They didn't come off the bridle to land the confidence. He could be anything. It's anybody's guess whether this mark is a bargain or not, but the fact he's attracted all the right cash in the last week is surely a big clue, and he's almost bound to go close. Best of luck on the final day at the festival, betting experts.